Hi, welcome to 1 week course and 1 week content video. In that, we are going to explain about the UV visual spectroscopic and their instrumentation and techniques and applications. Let us see one by one. And the contents, I am going to explain the contents is basic of basics of spectroscopy, electron transitions in organic molecule and selection rules, and applications of Beer-Lambert's law, qualitative and quantitative analysis by UV visible spectroscopy. Before we are going to in depth of UV spectroscopy, we have to know what is spectroscopy, what are the things will be happens, how will be UV will be came out. So basics of spectroscopy. Spectroscopy that deals with the study of interactions of electromagnetic radiations with the matter. Matter is the atoms as well as the molecules. This electromagnetic radiation is a simple harmonic wave of electric and magnetic field fluctuates in orthogonal to the each other. You can see in a figure I have given that A will be showing this electric as well as the magnetic field going to fluctuate in orthogonal field. These electromagnetic radiations interact with the matter with the function of frequencies, because whenever we are recording a spectrum in the form of frequencies only, either any form, either various forms, we can say material, whatever energy levels, we can function as a frequencies. So let us see these electromagnetic radiations. What is electromagnetic radiations, what are the applicable there, how the regions has been divided. You can see they are based on the energy. The electromagnetic radiation has been divided into different regions. You can see gamma range, gamma ray, as well as gamma ray, X-ray, ultraviolet, visible, and infrared, microwave, and radio waves. You can see here these different regions will be range is there in electromagnetic spectrum. But in the human beings, you can see this visible spectrum range only, which is 400 to 780 nanometers. This electromagnetic spectrum at the atomic or molecular process. This is the radio wave. Radio waves are is the lowest energy level. It causes the transitions level as a spinning state of electrons. Electrons, whatever the electrons is having in a molecule, it going to a spin state whenever these radio waves will be going to uh, observe the molecules. So if it comes at microwaves, microwaves will be rotation. It causes the rotation. This electromagnetic radiations, high energy of electromagnetic radiations causes to the molecule. What will happen? It goes in a rotation form. Their normal state it going to rotate in a different way. And if it comes infrared radiations, in infrared radiations, here the electromagnetic radiations will be causes the transitions level in a vibrational form of the molecules. If it come here UV or visible radiations, you can see there will be electrons in a molecular orbital. There will be going to change from ground state to higher level. In case in X-rays it comes electron transitions changes by the observing electromagnetic radiations within the orbit, within the state itself. These are the diagrammatic representations of electromagnetic spectrum of different regions. What will happen when the electromagnetic radiations will be higher? It causes the transition levels of the molecules have said either the ground state to uh, excited state or lower energy level to higher energy level. It forms in the different form. In radio waves, it is in a spin form. You can microwaves at rotation form, infrared vibrational, and here ultraviolet radiations will be visible radiations will be ground state to higher level. In X-rays, there will be within intrastate will be changes. And we are saying electron transitions. Electron transitions, while the molecule will be absorb the electromagnetic radiations automatically in UV or visible range, it shows from lower to higher energy level. In that see, I have given in sigma, pi, and n. These are the bonding levels. We can call it these three are the bonding levels. When the pi star and sigma star is the anti-bonding energy levels. They, if you are here, it is a normal range. Whenever the molecule will be absorbed, then only it going to from excited state n to pi to pi star, n to sigma star, and sigma to sigma star. in sigma to sigma star is the high energy process. It is required. You have seen that length arrow. It is requires high energy process to change, and we can call it is a vacuum region which is lesser or approximately 150 nanometer. It is far UV. We can call it as a far UV region also. In this only saturated compounds get absorbed this region. We can call it as saturated compounds or alkanes. If you come at N2 sigma star, these are the saturated compounds contain atoms with the lone pairs, nothing but non-bonding electrons, which are capable transition range 150 to 250. Maximum compounds will be observed here 250 ranges there. And N to pi star, pi to pi star will be the transition range will be 200 to 700. Double bonds, you can call it as an unsaturated compound or double bond compounds will be get absorbed here. In here we requires lowest energy sigma pi to pi star. You can see in that diagrammatic representation. Here you can see sigma to sigma it requires higher energy, and n to sigma also requires energy. N to pi little bit, and pi to pi will be lowest energy levels is required. N to pi star will be lowest energy, and pi to pi star will be energy. When compared to this sigma sigma star, these are two will be lowest energy levels. So we can call it here the range you can observe unsaturated compounds will be observed the range approximate 172 nanometer from non-conjugated the alkenes also. And the selection rules of electronic transitions will be the electronic transitions may be allowed. Forbidden transmissions are reflected by the appearance of intense or a weak bond according to the magnetic magnitude of E maximum electromolar absorptivity based, and is governed the following selection rule. Here spin selection rule will be shows whenever s equal to 0 allow the transitions from single to singlet to singlet or triplet to triplet. If you are seeing a forbidden transmissions, here what will happen, it changes single to triplet or triplet to singlet. Another selection rule will be the Laporte selection rule that should must be changed in a parity or symmetry of the complex. Here here what will happen means electric dipole transmissions can occur between the states of opposite pairs. Laporte, you can see ground state to excited state or excited state to ground state. You can see there what we have said singlet to singlet, triplet to triplet. If you are forbidden only, then you can say it as an changes triplet to singlet or singlet to triplet. And Beers-Lambert's law, I'm going to say the Beers-Lambert's law, they are going to explain the linear relationship between the absorbance and the concentrations by correlating or these light sources. Whenever the molecule going to observe, based upon the absorption, the molecule concentrations will be get adjusted the absorbances value. If your compound is high concentration, then absorbance value will be very high. It is a relationship. The Beers-Lambert's law is going to explain the equity, showing the linearity relationship between the absorbance and the concentrations of absorbing molecule. Chromophore to be precise. It shows the Beers-Lambert's law. The amount of radiations as observed by the measured a number of waves. One is the transmittance T is equal to P or P naught. You can say 100% of transmutation will be never comes whenever the compound you can have kept it a cuvette. Here we are going to light sources been on, the light will be passes, the light rays will be passes through the cuvette. Here in the cuvette we are kept it a sample. Based upon the sample concentrations, these light radiations will be going to absorb. By absorbing only it gets the transmittance. If you are showing 100% here, the compound will be absorbed nearly 20%, the transmutation percentage will be 80%. Like that we can call it as their absorbance based upon the transmittance will be came out from the 100%, that percent of concentration has been present in the sample. Or we can say the based upon the concentrations or path length. The Lambert's law will be explained on the path length or the thickness, and Beers explained on the concentration. Based upon the concentration, how much the concentration present in the species, that much of absorbances has been observed in a spectrum. This is the flow chart of this experiment. UV light source, from the light source there will be kept a monochromator, which the wavelength has been selected. From the wavelength we have send it there. Here the 100% of light from that sample cuvette we have kept it that path length will be 1 centimeter. From there, that light transmissions will be happened. Then whatever the transmittance is came out, it will be going direct to the light detector, and from that they will be recording through the detector, and it goes to the computer as a displaying results. In Beers-Lambert's law, we are going to determine the concentrations of unknown compound also. We can use the for the concentration determine the calibration curve already existing or determine the laboratory can be used. According to Beers-Lambert's law, absorbance is proportional to the concentrations. To build a calibration curve, record the absorption spectra of different known concentrations of substances to determine the absorbance for each spectra, and to determine the unknown concentrations regard the absorption spectra for unknown concentration of same substances use calibration curve using obtained equation of calculated concentrations. And qualitative applications in the here detection of impurities and structural allocation of organic compounds and all. In detection of impurities, it is one of the best method for determination of impurities in organic molecules. In additional peaks can be observed due to the impurities in the sample, and it can be compared with the standard raw material. And by also measuring the absorbances at a specific wavelength, the impurities can be detected. There will be two ways: one is the comparative way, another one is the quantitative way. We are going to detect the impurities in UV visible spectroscopic method, and another one is structural allocation of organic compound. It is useful to structural allocation of organic molecule such as in detecting and the presence of or absence of unsaturations only. We have said this already in our course content. We explained whenever the UV spectroscopy we are going to use to determine only conjugated or double bond or unsaturated compounds only. So it will be helpful in the structural allocation pattern. The UV absorption spectroscopy can be used for the quantitative determination of the compounds that absorbed by radiations. Another one applications is UV absorption spectroscopy can be characterize those types of compounds which absorb UV radiations. Thus, in qualitative determination of compounds and identification is done by comparing the compounds. And these are the components of UV visible instrumentation. One is radiation source and optical system, detector system, and samples. We are having different sources, different optical systems and detectors. We are going to different detectors going to use, and the sample. This is the flow chart of the instrumentations.